All right, thanks for joining us. We're going to be doing a quick town hall for the lieutenant governor candidate. I know, Moiz, you are the only candidate this year, but we do want to get a quick couple questions in so that everyone gets a chance to hear from each of the candidates. You'll have 30 seconds for a response to each question. The first question comes from Jonah Woolley of the Obama delegation, of Nisa Lunke of the Rosie Schneider delegation, and it's really, how will you address block voting in the Senate? And we'll give you 1 minute total since both of them asked that question.
Yes, that's a great question. So with block voting, I understand that it can help overall with passing legislation a bit faster. However, I do want to strive towards making it so that individuals can vote based off of their ideology and their intuition instead of what their party leader tells them to all the time.
And then the next question comes from Rayan Gafar of the Rosie Schneider delegation. And he's asking, what would you say are your highest and lowest moment in the program?
Okay, highest and low. That's a great question. I think highest and lowest moments. Lowest would definitely having my bill not be put on the calendar last year. That was definitely a hit towards me. But I think my highest moment, and this is just beyond youth and government as a whole, was just the memories put together, especially last year with all my friends and what we accomplished. So.
And now, as you know, model's been canceled this year. I know that's been tough for a lot of kids. What would you say to any student um, who was in their first year in the program this year and isn't sure if they should continue next year?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, we'll see how this virtual model thing goes. But I think it goes without saying, model is like a once in a lifetime thing. You can only experience that once. And so I think it's important for all delegates to understand that, you know, model is something that is very unique and you only get that opportunity once. And so sticking around to see how your work, the work that you've put in pays off is very, very important. And I think that they will be able to see that only for themselves. So, yeah.
All right, great. And then this is another question from an anonymous delegate. What are your primary goals for next year if you're elected Blue LT? And if you had to choose one priority above all else, what do you want to accomplish?
Okay, so overall, and this is again one of my central tenets to my campaign, just encouraging collaboration and solidarity. And if I had to choose one, it would definitely to improve collaboration in the actual chambers.
Is there any advice you feel like a younger you would have benefited from? And do you think that advice applies to any other delegates in this program?
100%. That's a great question. Yeah. So a younger me that I would tell, something that I think a lot of people could benefit from, especially the younger delegates, is that your work right now is very exponential. So you start out at a low and you may not be able to see where you're going to reach at the end of your term in youth and government. However, if you have a vision for yourself and if you work hard and just be consistent and you're confident in what you can achieve, then your work from wherever you start will exponentially grow and you will see for yourself how well you will be able to do of yourself and you'll end up at this area where you will feel accomplished. So
All right. Can you give us a little insight into how you would configure your bill calendar next year, your plans there?
okay, yeah. So, in terms of the influx of blue Senate and blue House bills, I want to say that blue Senate bills have a very, very slight priority just because there are less bills and we would just move through those a little bit faster. However, at the end of the day, what I'm looking for, regardless of chamber, is if a bill is well written and debatable. And if I can truly see the passion that a person brings through the voice of their bill. If all else is there, then those are the bills going to be debated first.
All right, great. Thank you, Moise.
Thank
And to
you.
everyone who listened, please remember to vote. Make sure you do vote.